While many are calling this India's decade, Hungarian-American billionaire investor George Soros and his entire network have begun an attack on brand India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. India, in its unequivocal and prompt response, conveyed to the world that it would not so easily cave to foreign pressures. As India continues to garner praise for its recent achievements, critics will continue to discount them by any means necessary.
92-year-old George Soros is not simply an old, opinionated billionaire. For decades, he has spent billions attempting to control the global political landscape. In his recent comments at the Munich Security Conference, Soros said that India is a democracy, but its leader, Narendra Modi, is no Democrat. The contradiction and hypocrisy wasn't lost on anyone. Alert open source intelligence gathering organization, Disinfolab, recently presented a graphic showing Soros' alleged links to organizations and nation-states that have been working against brand India's rise. In this thread, we see links between Pakistan and disgraced ISI operative Ghulam Nabi Fai, who has been charged in the United States in the past with conspiracy and tax evasion. This isn't the first time George Soros and his Open Society platform are in the news. Recently, a United States-based group named MRC Business, short for Media Research Center, released a shocking study that alleged links between George Soros and his affiliate organizations with 253 media organizations. A report in Fox News quoted MRC business analysts Joseph Vasquez and Daniel Schneider. The journalism groups Soros supports have the ability to mold public opinion on practically every continent and in many languages.
I could take a view that the individual in question, Mr. Soros, is a old, rich, opinionated person sitting in New York who still thinks that his views should determine how the entire world works. Now, if I could only stop at old, rich and opinionated, I would put it away. But he is old, rich, opinionated and dangerous.
The billionaire investor had pledged $1 billion USD to fund a new international university network to counter nationalist leaders in 2020. Through his extremely vast network, Soros is trying to ensure that his views dictate how the world should function. With his latest anti-India statement, Soros appeared to be pandering to talking points parroted by Pakistan's military and civilian leadership. The Indian Prime Minister has topped approval ratings year on year and has followed an independent foreign policy divorced from any external pressures. This has rattled the old guard globalists that previously influenced Indian foreign policy. In an effort to advance the anti-Modi narrative, the BBC, or British Broadcasting Corporation, recently aired an anti-Modi documentary. Both the timing and the content of the documentary were questioned. The BBC, however, suffered a blow in its own backyard when Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, flatly rejected the documentary's contention.
Mr. Speaker, the UK government's position on this has been clear and long-standing and hasn't changed. Of course, we don't tolerate persecution where it appears anywhere, but I'm not sure I agree at all with the characterisation that the honourable gentleman has put forward.
Repeated questions in the US State Department and White House briefings by so-called reporters to corner India's foreign policy were met with swift deflections, a nod to the West's acceptance of India's stance on its strategic decisions. An example was seen recently when a Pakistani reporter who tried to corner India's decision to survey the BBC for its alleged tax issues was shut down by the US State Department.
The Indian government is now raiding the offices of BBC in New Delhi and Mumbai. Your thoughts, any concern?
We're aware of the search of the BBC offices in Delhi by Indian tax authorities. I'm going to have to refer you to the government of India for any further information about this.